Okay, so earlier in the week, I did a video on the red flags, the things that clients say or prospective clients say that kind of make my ears perk up and is like, oh gosh, this is usually a bad client. But I want to share with you in this video the things that I look for in a really, really good client. And I'm sure that you have some of the same things here. Let's discuss it. Here are the top 5 qualities of a really, really good lawn care client for us. Okay, number 1 right off the bat is somebody who is very polite on the phone. If they're pleasant to deal with, look, those are the type of people that I want to be doing business with. If you're rude, if you're short, if you're condescending towards us, absolutely not. But if there is a pleasant tone in your voice and you just sound like you're respectful and a pleasant person to deal with, look, I am probably going to bend over backwards to do a good job for you. The very first thing that I look for in a good client is somebody who is pleasant and easy to talk to. The next thing that I look for in a client, and this is just the data that we have collected over the years, what I have seen is that our best clients are typically people who are very, very busy. They're busy with their kids. And the way that that benefits us is that they do not have time to deal with the lawn. Like they're busy running kids around, they're doing sporting events, they're traveling, they're working, and they don't want to come home and have to spend the entire weekend dealing with the lawn. I have just found that families who are busy, who have kids, and just want to outsource that service to a lawn care provider, those are our best clients. We never have callbacks from them. They don't care. They just want the lawn to be done. They don't want to be bothered with it. So the second thing that we look for in a really, really good client is typically for us, it is a busy family who has kids that just wants to outsource the lawn and they don't want to sit there and nitpick everything that we do. The next thing that makes a client a good client for us is a certain income bracket. Now, I said it. I absolutely said it, okay? I have just found that if you don't have a certain amount of household income, you're typically not going to be what's the correct way is it? You're probably not going to be the best candidate for a lawn care service provider. Our sweet spot is probably household income somewhere to $120,000 to $200,000, somewhere in there with a household income. I've just found that those folks, hey, they want to outsource the lawn care service. They don't want to be dealing with it, and they're not going to sit there and nickel and dime you. They want their place to be looking good, but they're not going to nickel and dime you. They have the disposable income to outsource lawn care service. And typically what that means for us is somebody who's about in their maybe early to mid 30s up to about 55. That is typically what I see for us being the ideal candidate simply based on an age demographic. Maybe it's by in your 30s or early 30s, you have built up the ability to earn more income. 55, you're actually pretty much the peak of what you're earning. And again, you're still very, very busy with things. We've just found that clients that have $120,000 to $200,000 of household income, 35 to 55, that's our client. The next thing that I look for in a really good client is whenever we do an initial service, if I make recommendations on what I think the grass needs to be cut at, or how often you need to be watering your grass, or this is how you need to fertilize the grass. If I'm making recommendations and then I show up to the next service and they have done those things, we've adjusted the sprinkler system, they've done the things that I've asked them to do, this is somebody who's going to be very easy to work with. I have found that whenever people take my recommendations to heart, I've just found that they are typically some of our very, very best people to work with. They're people who want their yard to look nice. They're willing to put in a little bit of work themselves, and they're going to do the things that they need to do to have a great looking lawn. Next is I want clients who want us to do multiple things on their property, okay? If it has to do with lawn maintenance of any type, I want them coming to us for that. Look, we want to mow your grass. We want to prune your crepe myrtles. We want to take care of the weeds in your flower bed. We want to install the mulch. We want to trim the bushes. We want to do all that stuff. And again, going back to the age demographic as well as that income demographic, I've just found that people in that age and income bracket, they typically will just let you handle all of that stuff. They're not just do the lawn and then the flower beds always look like crap. The hedges always need to be done. No, They want the full gamut. They want it done. They want to be done with it. So again, I want clients who want us to take care of everything for them. So our ideal client, 35 to 55, busy families, income of $120,000 to $200,000 a year. Those are the people who are the easiest to work with for us. Let's learn from each other. What are the things that you look for in an ideal client? You probably have things that I haven't mentioned, and I'm sure everybody would love to learn from you. Put them down in the comments section. Y'all take care.